everybody, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell. It really helps me out and you never want to miss a video of mine. So today's video, I'm of course in a new spot in my house. I don't think I've only filmed one time in front of my IKEA DeLoft, but as you can see by the title of the video, we're going to be talking about how good of a cage it is, because it is quite a popular cage, but I feel like a lot of people have mixed opinions on it. So today I'm going to be telling you guys about it from someone that has owned it for, say, like 3 years. Owned it, so it's coming from someone who has had quite a bit of experience in this cage. So first thing I want to say about it, one, I have my Russian dwarf living in it. Her name is Ivy. She is almost 2 years old. I would say that it's a pretty good fit for her. But also, in the beginning of the video, I want to say this cage is not a hamster cage. This is not supposed to be a hamster cage, but a lot of people have changed it. I have no idea who was the first person that made it into a hamster cage, but it's actually not supposed to be a hamster cage. There is, like, as you can see, these wires, because there's supposed to be shelves on each one of these. It's supposed to be standing up straight and it's supposed to be a shelf. So just to get that clear, this is not actually supposed to be a hamster cage. It doesn't come with a lid. Okay, let's get into the video. So today's video is going to be a care video. We're going to be talking about how good of a cage it is and if it will fit your whatever you're looking for. Alright, first and maybe the most important is obviously the size, and as you guys can just completely tell, it barely fits in the camera view. I had to kind of push you guys back a bit because it's quite long. It's literally the length of both of my arms spread out, so it's quite big of a cage. IKEA DeLofts are 1,008 square inches, which is such a good size. Hamsters at least need 460 square inches of space, but definitely recommend to have way more, which is what IKEA DeLoft has. Now I would recommend like 600 square inches of space minimum, but the IKEA DeLoft has 1,008 square inches of space. They are 16 by 63, 16 inches wide and 63 inches long. Personally, I don't love that it's only 16 inches wide, because sometimes it's hard to add things you want. It is also 14 inches tall. IKEA DeLofts are definitely known for their size, and it's an amazing size for hamsters. I will say though, when I had Willa, which was my female Siberian hamster, she did not like this cage. When she would go into heat, she just absolutely hated it. But my hamster that lives in it right now is Ivy. She loves it. She doesn't show any signs of stress in here. All right, moving on. Next is IKEA DeLofts. IKEA DeLofts are $100. Now, I'm glad I did research on this because they used to be $60. But when I was going back and like taking a screenshot of the price to show you guys, I realized that they're actually $100 now. They used to be very cheap, which is why they were very popular, and why everyone would recommend go get a IKEA DeLoft, because they're only $60. But still sticking with the size, for $100, that is really good price, because actually all of my cages that I have been $100. Now this was $100 because I also had to get the stand for it, since it isn't a hamster cage. There is only like one one bottom stand that fits on it, but we'll get to that. But like my 75-gallon tank was $100, and they're supposed to be like $200, and then my 40-gallon breeder was like $117. So like sticking with the size and the price, this is still a really good price for this cage. All right, next one is space. Now, with it being such a big cage, obviously it's going to take up a lot of space in your room or whatever. This can obviously be a problem, but this is with almost every hamster cage that you're going to get or find, unless it's like maybe a bin cage. You need a big cage, so in that sense it's going to take up a lot of space in your room. So I wouldn't say that this is only IKEA DeLoft problem, and personally I do think that IKEA DeLofts, if you are worried about space for hamsters or like taking up space in your room, I would say IKEA DeLofts are probably the best because it just takes up a wall space. It doesn't take up like a lot of space around because they're only 16 inches wide. But like my 75-gallon tank, which takes up definitely probably the most in my room, it's on a huge table in my room, and that does take up quite a bit of space in my room. So it's not only IKEA DeLoft thing, but I know that this is a problem with people and they don't like how much space it takes up. Alright, next is stand, like I was kind of telling you guys about. IKEA DeLofts are obviously not a natural hamster cage, so they do need a special stand, which is those cubby things that fit in IKEA DeLoft perfect. I will link them down below, but I will also pop up a picture which I can just show you guys also. You can't really see them, but it's basically, they're just cubbies. You probably have seen them in my past videos. It is the 8 cubby one. I know they also have a 6 cubby and a 4 cubby. I know that the 4 cubby probably would not fit the IKEA DeLoft because it would literally only be this to this one, so it would not fit it, but a 6 one probably could. But you do also need to make sure that there is a little bit of space. We'll do it this side because that's my bed over there. As you can see, there's just a little bit, probably like 4 inches of space hanging off, since there is this wood piece at the end. There's this wood piece at the end, so it does need a little bit space, so it can't be like completely fitting on it. Unfortunately, that is something that you do have to work with when you have the IKEA DeLoft, since it's not an actual hamster cage, so it doesn't just fit on like anything. And I would say that there's probably so many different tables out there that would fit the IKEA DeLoft, but personally I do very much so enjoy the cubby space as well. If you own an IKEA DeLoft, you most likely own also a lot of hamster items, so it's a good also storage space. Moving on to the last but not least, very pretty. Now, may only be a me thing, but I find them very pretty and satisfying to look at, especially the black ones, which is the one that I have. This really doesn't mean anything for the hamsters, but I love the way it looks, or how it looks. So I just wanted to add this in because I personally do enjoy the look of it, again, with the cubby. And I just feel like it's just very satisfying to look at. If you ever like go on Pinterest and look up IKEA DeLofts for hamsters, they also have like such nice like layout of stuff, and it's just very pretty. So I enjoy the look of it. Obviously some people probably find them ugly, or just like they're just a hamster cage. You don't actually have to find your hamster cage pretty, but I do. I personally like them, and I really enjoy the black. That is the IKEA DeLoft. That is the video. Sorry, now it's like uneven from me showing you guys that. So like I said, I've had this for probably 3 to 4 years, maybe 4 years, I'm not sure. But I have had 3 hamsters in it. Otis, which was my long-haired male, Syrian male. Then my Syrian hamster Willa, my female Syrian hamster Willa, she lived in it for almost a year, and then since then I've had Ivy in here, and she is almost 2 years old, so she's almost been in this cage for 2 years old. She's never lived in a different cage. But that is the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I feel like at the end of all my videos I'm going to keep on saying this, but I'm enjoying my schedule, and I hope you guys are too. I hope you guys are like thinking, oh my god, it's Tuesday. Even though, guys, I just want to let everyone know that when you are watching this, it is definitely not anywhere close to when I filmed the video. It is Monday, September 5th, and when you guys are going to be watching this, it's going to be like 11th or 12th, something like that. So just to let you guys know, it's in between a lot of time, but that's just because I'm filming so many videos, and it's a certain day that I have to upload, so like I have so many video ideas, but I have to spread them out. We're done with the video. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Bye guys! Which was my female Syrian dwarf